everyone, we are going to be making a breaded pork tenderloin sandwich in the air fryer today. This sandwich is very well known in the Midwest, kind of like the country fried steak is well known in Texas. These sandwiches can be as big as a dinner plate. We're not going to make it that big today. We're going to make it a normal size. First thing we need to do is make a little prep. I do not plan on making these until dinner tonight. Let's go ahead and I'm going to show you what we need to do before we make these tenderloins. I'm going to show you real quick on what I'm using. I have a pork tenderloin here. It's a 2-pack. Here are the pork tenderloins out of the package. I'm not going to use both of them today. I'll just take this one away. Now the pork tenderloin has a silver skin on it. They call it silver skin because it kind of has a silver color. I'm going to try to pull that off. Now I'm going to attempt to butterfly this. Just going to go down the middle, not all the way through. I'm going to go ahead and cut about a 3-inch piece. Since I do not have any saran wrap, I'm just going to put this tenderloin in this baggie. If you have saran wrap, just put a piece over the top because we are going to pound this out. That'll keep your mallet from sticking to your meat. If you do not have a mallet, you could use a rolling pin or a soup can would probably work just as good. I'm going to take the flat side and just go ahead and start pounding this out. I don't want to beat it to death, just some force. And I'm kind of going out like that when I hit. I want to get this about 1/4 of an inch thick. Now for a normal size sandwich, you can get 2 sandwiches out of these. I'm going to cut that in half because we're not going for a gigantic today. Okay, I'm just taking regular milk. If I had buttermilk, I think I would be using that instead, but milk will work just fine. I'm just going to put enough milk in here to cover our tenderloins. And I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of salt. Now we're going to want to let these soak in this milk for a good 4 hours. The reason why we are doing this is the milk will help the tenderloin to be juicy and tender. If you don't have enough time to do this step, you can totally skip it. I'm going to go ahead, cover this up in foil, pop it in the fridge, and I'll be back in 4 hours. I have 2 beaten eggs. I have about 1½ cups of flour. I'm just going to add a little bit of salt to the flour because our breading is going to be pretty salty. I probably put ½ a teaspoon in there. And I'm going to add some black pepper. Give that a little mix. And I have a sleeve of Ritz crackers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my little food processor and crumb these up. If you don't have a food processor, you can put it in a Ziploc baggie and just pound the crap out of it. Okay, I have our crackers all crumbled up. I'm going to take one of our tenderloins and dip it into the flour. Now I'm going to dip it into the egg. And into our cracker crumbs. Get that coated well. Now I'm going to go ahead and lightly spray these with olive oil. You can use whatever kind of oil you want. Okay, let's go pop these in the air fryer. Okay, I'm going to start these off in 400 degrees for 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes, we'll probably flip it over, and then we'll go from there. Okay, after the 10 minutes was up, I flipped them over and lightly sprayed them with olive oil again, and went 4 more minutes. Okay, my buns are toasted. I'm going to put on one of these tenderloins. Traditionally, I think it's mustard pickles that go on these. Maybe onion too. It don't matter. You can put whatever you want on here. And there is our tenderloin sandwich. This looks really good. That is really good. It is so tender and moist. Hate that word. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and click on that subscribe button below. I would love to have you here. And if you click on that bell, that will let you know when I upload a new video. I upload new videos weekly. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you soon. So tender and moist. Hate that word.